Last time I shared my TPSxFPS setup with FOV detection. After a while, I updated it a few times on my end and optimized it with nodon count. So this time I am going to share and explain an updated version of my templates. And 3 of the templates that I never introduce in video. These template setups are all based on matrices. But don't worry, I won't spend more than 30 minutes explaining math in this video. I will just introduce the templates and let you play around with the game ID. The game ID in this video might not be accessible at some point, because I will update the file when I find something that can be improved. So better to check out my programmer ID instead. If you want to know how to modify the values, check out the previous video. All these templates include comments for you to follow. The first template is TPSxFPS with FOV detection, which I used in one of my games, Photo Resort. You might find that in these templates I also parent my camera position and target to a free slider. That gives me more control of the camera, like the opening and ending screen of Photo Resort. The opening of Invasion 2. Here are all the wormholes assigned in this template. The very first version I shared that I kept all calculations, then it used 360 nodons. But since the camera in GBG doesn't have Z rotation, I removed its setup. The new template trimmed down to 267 nodons. Remove all the comments and the car, use it as a template for the game. The nodon count will be reduced to 234. If all the wormholes are removed, the nodon count will be reduced to 177. The second template is TPSxFPS template. Same as the previous one, but remove FOV detection. Here are all the wormholes assigned in this template. There are a few comments about what you can remove. If you don't use a mini-map, you can remove XYZ wormholes and the entire head nodon setup. If you don't use the Y offset of the camera, you can also remove this part under the matrix. So the total nodon count in this template is 138. Remove all comments will be 114. Remove the mini-map and the matrix for Y offset will be 86. Remove all the wormholes, there will be 74. I am trying to build a third-person camera lock at the character's back with a shoulder switch recently. When I used GBG's basic nodon setup, I enabled the Y rotation track on camera, lowering the turn speed on person nodon. Woo! The camera looks wacky. You will find that sometimes the camera gets very close to the character and bounces back. Sometimes it doesn't chase the character tight, no matter what tracking rate you put it on camera. That's because the camera position is not updated on every frame when a person nodon moves. It just goes to the key position. What I want is for the camera to also stick at the person's back. And that got my hands on the camera setup again. Backlock TPS camera is very tricky in GBG. It's because of the balance between character turning speed and the camera response time. Person nodon turning speed control is very limited. In this template, the person nodon cannot walk backward. So the down direction is disabled. I won't say the setup is very good, but you will find the control scheme is more similar to the very early versions of Resident Evil. R3 for shoulder switch. In this template, you can add right stick for extra camera aim. Connect these counter nodons to these wormholes. Here are all the wormholes assigned in this template. Nodon counts on this one is 110. Remove comments will be 90. Remove the mini-map and the matrix for Y offset will be 60. Remove all the wormholes will be 44. The last template I want to show you is a semi-backlock TPS. This one keeps the backward direction. But you know, the person nodon in GBG cannot walk backward, unless turn off the turning speed. If you turn off the turning speed then you cannot turn. So this semi-backlock is another option. The behavior is similar to GBG's basic nodon setup, but without zoom in out issue. It also has adjustable tracking speed. Go to this map nodon, change the input for the tracking speed. Lower value will be very sensitive, higher value will have more delay. Don't change the output value. Here are all the wormholes assigned in this template. The total nodon count in this template is 107. Remove comments will be 88. Remove the mini-map and the matrix for Y offset will be 60. Remove all the wormholes will be 46. If you find this helpful, feel free to use it on your game. If you have another camera idea and no idea how to set up, feel free to drop a comment. I like challenge. Cheers.